Don't do another lunge with barbells, dumbbells, or even your own body weight until you watch this entire video, because I'll show you 3 moves that build legs and your entire body for that matter, stronger than 99% of the human population for many people. All ages too, from 7 to 70s, past injuries like 11 plus knee surgeries such as PJ, every discipline of training from martial arts to golf to free running. Weiland, Pacific Rim Athletics, and welcome to training. Obviously, we use lunges. They're even part of our master warm-up, every move of which literally Control-C, Control-V's into the most advanced moves you can think of. All the way up to sprinting into vaults, full flips, and even running up walls and flipping off. But those are just the natural byproducts of consistent training in the correct direction, plus a transformed mind. More on that in a sec. But the physical therapists and lead coaches on our team asked me to address this specific topic because of so many people with so many knee issues coming into training. And then they go and lift weights, jog, sprint, and do Spartans. If heavy lifting and obstacle races with massive braces on your knees are something you enjoy, go for it. There's definitely a mental enjoyment aspect that goes with it, and it helps a lot of people. And we'll prescribe instances of that as well. But it's only after excellent mobility and part of a trajectory that heads toward increasing levels of strength, skill, and sustainability. And we'll start off with something very basic that everybody knows about, just a simple lunge. Yes, the title of this lesson implies to stop doing lunges, but the caveat is until you watch this video in its entirety, especially because it goes against all the ways typical lunges are taught, like extending the leg far out in front of you, keeping the back straight and all that. And don't mistake videos like this for coaching with proper training, safety protocols, and customization. Now the way that we do a lunge is just like this. Legs are in a right angle, toes are all forward, heel is up on the back leg. Then the hollow hold that I talk about in all my videos, hollow core, arms on the ears. In reality, it doesn't matter how much weight you put on your back. It's about physical alignment to generate power. And so here's a challenge that anybody can try. 100 lunge pulses on each side, taking into consideration where the toes are pointed, the angle of the knees, right angles, the hollow core, the arms on the ears, the fingers pointed, and looking out in the direction that we're going. 100 lunge pulses without stopping, no water breaks. And remember, all these moves and videos build on each other, so watch until the end because I saved the best for last. And this all combines into something we call a Dynacombo. Plus higher level strength, skill, and sustainability. Just like PJ after 11 or 12 knee surgeries and other issues from high level soccer and on his feet all day as an anesthesiologist, but he's vaulting, rolling, and everything else. Second move, arms stay on the ears, and like a seesaw, your back leg extends to straight and kicks up into the air with something we call heel drive. Your support leg should also straighten out, and then your fingertips should touch the ground while your arms stay on your ears. The goal is to go into a full split from the side view like Hunter Dale here, one of the winners of the Powerbatics Foundation competition, training right in her living room. So if this video was rotated 90 degrees, you'd see her in a full split with hands touching the floor. This is called a needle kick. And then the leg returns back to a lunge position. You'll hear me talk a lot about building strength and flexibility simultaneously, and this is one such example that every human should be able to do. But remember, no falls, flops, or face plants, or f***ing up your hamstrings. This kind of flexibility is called dynamic flexibility because it involves movement that extends the limb to full range. The reason people get injured playing sports or feeling old is because they don't maintain the flexibility that they were born with, and they don't build dynamic flexibility like this. So they're stuck on the hamster wheel at a typical gym. But we'll help you get to whole new levels. Third move, we'll just add some coordination here, just to skip into the hurdle. I've seen this blow the minds of many an athlete. Starting at attention, take one step, or several running steps like you'll see in some of the example videos. Then the arms drive up with the opposite knee flying above the ground, then landing on the same foot that jumped and back into a lunge with the driving knee in front. After this, we can go into the needle kick. Imagine doing 5 sets of 10 of these. What kind of coordination, flexibility, strength, speed, and power would that build? Now I'll open up the portal into a little more advanced training, which in reality are just basics, alright? We can take this into a small dyna combo. A skip, hurdle, lunge, needle kick to handstand, and then setting back down into a lunge. Or the whole sequence into a handstand, then a front roll. This lunge is actually a prerequisite to strong tumbling. You want to be able to be in a strong lunge that generates power moving forward, and this will eventually turn into a round off, and then a back handspring, and then a back flip. And you notice all the same principles, especially if you slow the film down. To throw a proper punch, a lot of people think it's about a quick hand, or in fact, it has nothing to do with how much weight you can push, but it's about physical alignment. Basic biomechanics starting with that lunge. Now, instead of lunging like this, okay, and going into tumbling, well then I'll just stand up a little taller. But that tumbling carries straight over into fighting, and vice versa. It's all about power generation. And all of this has to do with human movement, for everything from walking the dog to going on a hike to athletic training. So instead of the arm punching like this, how about just turning the toes in the direction that we're actually going, just like the lunge, not bending so much, but standing taller, knees going the same direction, hips on that same line, shoulders on that same line. Instead of the arms on the ears, just bend the elbows and bring them down next to your body. Extend your arm like this, and instead of, again, arm punching like this, just that. Or foundation kata, that builds all the transitions, which is where people get injured or stuck. The sets and reps of what you already know how to do. It's the transitions between varied movements of training like this, or of real everyday life. But if you train this way, you'll go beyond 99% of the human population without exaggeration, and to levels that truly are superhuman. Or is it just a fraction of what we're actually capable of? And all this prior to traditional weightlifting or lunges. But like I said at the beginning, it involves a transformation of the mind. Subscribe so you don't miss all the trainings all of our top students receive, and click the links below to start training. See you in the next video and in training soon.